Welcome, Leo, to your mid-month reading for May. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, best message. Best message, please. And one more. There we go. Talking about those partnerships and alliances coming in. First thing I'm feeling as soon as I see this card, the first feeling I'm getting is releasing patterns and enjoying a period of expansion between you and someone else. Kind of letting it go, letting it transform the way it can kind of flow naturally. Does feel like someone is holding on a little bit tight to, yes, some overwhelming circumstances that have gone on in the recent past. And just knowing that you are aware of the temptations and aware of the toxicity that's around the situation, but it does feel like someone is kind of holding on to that, not really wanting to let go too much. With the patience and planning over here, it's like we can try to tap into, getting past this. There's other important things that need to be dealt with besides just this issue. And it does feel like you are trying your hardest to make them kind of, I guess you could say, tap out. I don't need to hold on to it anymore. We need the victory within the situation. So for cross watchers, it could be Leo. For the cross watchers, it could be the Cap Aqua who is doing this. Okay, so just knowing that this is one of those situations where it feels like maybe it's kind of a power grab, kind of a power struggle. One's trying to let go and the other one's trying to, see, that's what I feel. I'm holding on tight to one piece and you're saying, no, I want to continue trying to make myself known about this situation. Hey, you know what? It's done and over with, okay? Can we just move past it? There's other things that we can be doing besides still planning and working around what this was. Recognition and rewards. It's almost like they want this recognition and reward. They want to put this on a pedestal, not so much themselves, but the situation. It's almost like they want you to see it in the way that they see it, because the two perceptives, are off, right? And you're saying, I don't see how you can see it this way. Can we just let that go? But it does feel like they are allowing themselves to sit over here and suffer in silence. They don't want to let go. They don't want to make this an ending. They'd rather, just sit over here and kind of pity poor me the situation, instead of actually grabbing onto a firm foundation and changing the mode, changing the event, changing their circumstance. So, and this is because of the discontent that they are actually feeling. They may even be feeling a little guilty, but they don't really want you to know that. So they're kind of playing the pity poor me syndrome instead, right? So over here, you're saying that there's a lot of light and a lot of opportunities that are coming up, at you. And this is what you're trying to say, right? We're patiently planning something great happening. I want you to get on board instead of sitting over here on this rock, playing victim, playing sorry for yourself, however it is. There's too much victory and success on its way. So definitely feeling like they're kind of sitting in their own rocking chair over here, just kind of rocking back and forth instead of actually getting in and taking action with you. And then actually bringing that to light. Well, if so, and you're like, dude, come on. That's enough of that. And that really does feel like that's exactly what's going on over here, where you're feeling really inspired. They're still holding on to yesterday. Literally, it could have been yesterday. You know what I mean? And you're like, no, I pushed that under the rug. It's not that big of a deal. Because, see, I already am aware that either you were going to do this or already seen it coming, right? So I've already pushed that away. But you're looking for the Ace of Swords, and they're defending themselves. And you're like not defending the situation at all anymore because you've already leapt away from it. They need to take the self-sacrifice, get down and say, fine, I'll let it go. So we didn't get on the same ship, right? About the situation. So you have the Wheel of Fortune coming in, and it's saying that there is this great opportunity of change, change in a schedule, change to make wealth and support other situations at hand, right? Not just this person. So it does feel like this person is definitely playing the pity o me scenario. Could be dealing with a Gemini with the Ten of Swords. Ooh, could be an Aquarius or a Gemini for sure. With the Ten of Swords, they're saying, well, they just keep pushing themselves back into a corner. It's almost like recognize the situation and let me keep, pushing you back. It's because they kind of want you to surrender to the situation so that you can see it their way. And I just don't see that happening. That's just not going to happen. Because that's, otherwise you'd be telling lies to yourself, guys. That's the truth. You'd be telling a big lie to yourself. Why would you lie to yourself? They have to know that they did something wrong, and just get over it. So they're so focused on this suffering and silence that they're definitely not seeing the firm foundations in which you're moving into, because they're just sitting over here pity poor, right? So where you're having, oh my gosh, so where you're having the 4 over here for a stable foundation, they're literally over here foreign with my firm foundations are nowhere, sadness, sorrow, depression. You have all these doors opening, but they keep bringing up this. So it's almost like you're saying something, and I also see a lot of contradiction going on. So you're saying, oh, no, I'm going to focus over here, and you should too. And then they kind of counteract the situation. You see what I'm trying to say? Like they push back on it. So a lot of counteracting. And this is because they're definitely feeling like you're rejecting what they have to say. And, I don't really feel that, though, because I'm pretty sure you said what you were supposed to say, and now it's done. They want to keep bringing it up. So over here, your intuition is knowing that you're getting towards this light, knowing that there's this big, huge blessing with this victory and success coming up, and you need them to get on board. So where you're, oh my gosh, it feels like they're kind of testing your waters as well. You've been as patient as possible. Now you're just moderately waiting for them to kind of catch up, right? By the 19th, the 20th, the 18th through the 20th, we'll say, you're waiting for them to kind of put the other foot in the water, or maybe take the foot out of the water. All the emotions that they have, we'll say, is their foot in the water. So you're pretty much waiting for them to take that foot out of the water and say, oh, well, thank you for joining me, right? It was nice of you to get off that rock and get off that kind of the sorrow high horse to kind of come and see what's going on, because there's something exciting going on over here that, I would like you to kind of wake up to, because there's so much going on. And there's a lot of social talk going around that's coming at you, that's opening up all these new, ideas and these new things and these new great things coming towards you. And they just don't seem like they wanted to be very productive. It's kind of they're stuck in their own kind of little world over here. But it does say, because of the Emperor over here, that you're kind of, you're feeling like you're in control. But for them, they feel like, oh, okay, well, then you're way in control. Well, you're saying, well, I am way in control. I'm sitting in my throne, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That's why we're getting victory and success. So you even feel like you might even have a little bit of the Midas touch going on. Now, if you could just get them to follow in order. Can you just get in line? So you just need them to kind of reconnect with what's really going on around you instead of just what's going on around them. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of, that's exactly what it is. They want to keep focusing on this situation and put all the focus on them when you're saying all this great things happening. I need you to, can you please stop and look around and see what's going on? You might be signing some kind of contract, that maybe they need to sign and they're too busy hiding out under the covers or something, right? So it does feel like there needs to be a little more flexibility from them, if that's, you know what I mean? Like, I need you to sign this and do this so that we can get going. They're not being very flexible about the situation, but you're holding tight to what is yours because you can't let this go. This is huge. This is huge. This is exciting. This is going to embark you on this new course and on this new, maybe even kind of an adventure. It could even feel like an adventure with the Fool, right? Something that you've waited a long time for, or maybe it was something you just kind of pondered upon once before and it just kind of come through the floodgates. Okay. But yeah, you want to kind of fight the situation while you're over here going, I just need you to get your emotions back. I need you to really look in that cup. You need them to open up themselves and get away from this so they can really stop fighting the whole situation. It's almost like they don't even see. Wow, they really don't see that you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's almost like they don't even see the Ace of Pentacles. It's like so crazy, right? It's like you don't see this blessing that's coming through. You know, if you could only see what abundance we're really having, you wouldn't be so upset about the situation. So there definitely is some kind of call that's coming through. You know, when you get this call, it's bringing in the Ace of Cups. So that's a huge, huge ordeal, which is going to change everything. But if you could just get them to step down off this pedestal. But see, the problem is with them being on the pedestals are keeping the situation alive. But then this card's upside down saying, but they're pointing the finger at you, saying, you don't see it the way I see it. So it's kind of hard, you know, for you to travel the way you want to travel because you need them to get, yeah. They need to understand what's really going on and really, you know, get on the road over here. So what you need to do is kind of connect with your inner voice to try to figure out what you're going to do so that you can get inspired by any messages or higher ideas, right? That it's going to help you reorganize kind of around them until they kind of come back towards you, okay? So once they do that, then hopefully you can get this, you know, back to where you need to be. Right now, it just feels like there's a lot of exaggerations going on. They're carrying this overboard. You know, and it just feels like this really is not the time. Right now, you just need to get on board on these new opportunities. So, you know, because the atmosphere is very sunny, right? And it's very expansive, but we see that with the Ace of Pentacles, it's expansive. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's saying it's an expansive, fortunate, victorious time for you right now, right? Well, you're eager to push ahead. They want to sit still and make the process, it feels like they might be making the process slower, especially if they have to sign things or do something. Okay, so they need to get onto these commitments. Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. And get a daily healing card. Kind of feeling a little revved up over here. It says, do something to improve yourself. Any improvement will make you benefit all of humanity. And that's just kind of, you know, however, take that how that resonates with you. The other one is going to be devote yourself to discovering the highest truths about the situation. You know, if you come to the point to where it's like, you know, that they can't really follow through, you're going to have to figure that out, right? But that was also that type of digging deep within your own psyche and your own higher self to figure out what is the next move, right? Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.